Hey, Jason Rust here, and coming to you today. It's going to be a little bit different type of video than I've ever done before. Tomorrow, let me set the table. Tomorrow, I am heading to my hometown, Ozark, Missouri, for two reasons. First of all, to go visit my mother-in-law, Karen. My wife's already there, Erica. She flew in Thursday. So I'm heading there to meet my mother-in-law, and then I'm also heading there to go pick up my father-in-law's. Oop, there's a snake. This is happening live. I'm only gonna do, I've decided I'm just doing one take regardless of what happens. But you live in Florida, they say sea level, snake level. So get back to it. I'm heading to Ozark, Missouri to go pick up my father-in-law's truck. Now, before I get into that, I want to talk to you a little bit about my father-in-law, Enoch Pyle. Now, he just recently passed after fighting cancer, passed away this July. And he was a major part of my life. Probably the top four men that have impacted me in my life are my dad, my brother, my grandpa, and Enoch. I met Enoch when I was 18. Right after I met his daughter. We met in high school. My wife, Erica, we met in high school. We dated about 5 years and got married in 97, August 16th, 1997. If all you Elvis fans know what August 16th is. That's not why I got married on August 16th, but that's when it happened. So he was in my life for over 32 years. And I really miss him. I'm not doing well with it. I'm struggling. It's been very, very difficult for me and the family. He was a builder, soft-spoken, very kind man that he always treated me as a son. He was a great father-in-law. And so the next time you see me, I'll be in my hometown and I'll show you his truck. Now, let me get to the truck and why I'm flying to Ozark to pick it up. It's a 1999 Dodge Dakota, V6 two-wheel drive. Not necessarily super high on the collector's list, but for me, it's everything. It was his last truck. And part of it, his father-in-law bought it for him. As I mentioned earlier, he was a builder, and he had helped my father-in-law had helped his father-in-law build some things and do work on their home. So his father-in-law, Reese, wanted to buy him a truck. So he got him this 99 Dodge Dakota. Now, my father-in-law didn't necessarily believe in maintenance. I used to joke that he thought changing the oil was government propaganda. So it's got some issues. It's got some issues that I'm going to somewhat chronicle in this video. But to me, this truck is family legacy. I just became a grandpa. Actually, my granddaughter was born the day after my father-in-law passed away. Her name's Hazel Grace. And when I was growing up, my grandpa Bert Rippey, he had an old 79 red Ford pickup. It's kind of mythical in our family. I grew up in this truck. Learned how to drive as an old farm truck. He used to always joke that I could take it to the prom. So I always wanted just to find an old truck when I had grandkids. So I'll be able to tell Hazel that this truck was her great-great-grandpa gave it to her great-grandpa, and now her grandpa is driving it. Now, she might not think it's a big deal, or she might think it's pretty special, but this truck is just, it was his last truck. And my wife wanted the truck as well. So in this video, I'm gonna just document the truck. I'm gonna go over the truck, kind of what it needs, what I'm going to be planning on doing to the truck once I get it home. I've already done some repairs that I'll show you as well. And then I'm also going to do a video of the drive home. Now our goal is to get to Tupelo, Mississippi. And once we get to Tupelo, we'll kind of see how Old Green is doing and then decide if we're going to maybe drive it into Birmingham. I don't think I'm going to do the drive all at once, but we'll see. You never know. So the next time you see me, I'm going to be in Ozark, Missouri with the truck. I'm going to go over the truck, the stats, kind of the sales numbers, just the specs of the truck, and then what I'm planning on doing to it almost immediately, and then some of my goals. But yeah, this new series is going to be really special for me because it was my father-in-law's truck, and I'm going to hold on to this baby as long as I possibly can. And my goal is just to be able to keep on his legacy and live my life that he would be proud of. So this is going to be, the truck's just going to be a daily reminder of what he meant to me. If you're a truck guy, you're going to completely understand why it's more than just a Dodge Dakota, a 99 two-wheel drive V6 Dakota. So the next time you see me, I'm going to be standing by the truck. See ya. Well, good morning. I think the last time you saw me, I said the next time you would see me, I'd be in my hometown of Ozark, Missouri, and that's where I'm at. The past couple days, I've been working on Enoch's truck, getting it ready for the drive back to Florida. So in this part of the video, what I want to do is just go over the truck, go over the specs of the truck, what I've done to it, and then the third piece is what my plans are getting it home. The projects that I want to do once we get it home after a 12-hour drive starting today. But before I go into that video, there's one last thing I want to say, and I kind of alluded to this earlier, but I'm actually standing right in front of it at my mother and father-in-law's home. And this is where the decision to get the truck happened, and it's parked exactly where it was at. And right before my father-in-law passed, I had detailed it for him because my dream and my goal for Enoch and myself was to go on a long country drive like we used to in the past. So I detailed this baby, washed, waxed it, cleaned the inside. And unfortunately, that never happened. And then about a week later, I was working on the truck, getting it ready for my mother-in-law in case she wanted to sell it. Because like I said, it had some issues. And as I was fiddling with it, messing with it, I was like, man, do I want to buy the truck? I wasn't necessarily in the market for a second-gen Dakota. And truth be told, I would much rather it be dirty and trashed, because that means my father-in-law would have still been driving it. But as I was working on it, one day I went to the garage and I came out, and my wife Erica was sitting in it. And she was really emotional, and she looked at me and she said, Jason, I want my dad's truck. Do you want it? And at that moment I said, Erica, if you ask me about an old truck, especially your dad, you know what my answer is going to be. And that's how we made the decision that we were going to take Enoch's truck. So it's a very special truck to me, and I'm going to keep it for as long as I possibly can. But I'm going to quit blabbering. I'm going to go into the truck. Again, go over the specs of the truck, what I've done, and what my plans are. So let's take a look at the truck. There she is. This was Enoch's truck. His father-in-law had bought it for him as a thank you for all the work that Enoch had done for him in his life. Enoch was the second owner, and the first owner had babied it. It had 26,000 original miles, and it was an older truck when Enoch got it. But for as hard as he was on trucks, it's in really good shape. And I keep saying I'm going to restore it. Actually, I'm going to bring it back to life. Let's just say that. The only dent on the whole truck that I can find is that little piece right there. So let me go over the specs of this truck. It's a 1999 Dodge Dakota V6 two-wheel drive SLT package. I actually got some stats here. This is a model from the second gen of the Dodge Dakota. Now, the whole production of the Dakota was 87 through 2011. The Gen 2 was 97 through 2004. And in my opinion, well, one, it was their best seller by far. And two, I think it's the best looking of the gens. I've always liked it. Never thought I'd own one, but I just really like the look of the Gen 2 Dakota, especially the 4x4 quad cab. I just think that is a great looking truck. This Dakota is the SLT package, which that was the higher optioned version. I think the only other option that had more options was the SLT Sport package. But what this offered standard was AC, power windows and locks, power seats, a tape deck, cruise control. Now this Dakota is equipped with the 3.9 V6. Now, I'm not going to go over all the features and options that you could get on these Dakotas, but this one had the 3.9 V6, which is basically the 5.9 with the back two cylinders cut off. It had 180 horsepower and 225 pounds of torque. It's not going to win any drag races, but 180 horsepower. And Dodge sold 144,000 of these Dakotas. Like I said, the Gen 2 was an amazing seller for Dodge. And then they changed the body style in 2005, and the sales stats just really kind of tanked. And then it was done. Now there's rumors that they're going to bring it back, but I think those are just rumors. So now let's go into what I've actually done to the truck so far. Most of the work is under the hood, but working left to right, I put this bed cover on. I ordered it from Amazon. It's just a soft cover, and I'll put a link to it because it really is a nice bed cover. It was only $140, and we wanted something. We're taking quite a bit of stuff home this week, and we just wanted to make sure we didn't get caught in the rain. It's not probably for security reasons, you know, it's just a soft cover. Someone with a knife could break in, but it will help for the weather. I had these tires put on. My brother-in-law Jason did that for me while I was out of town, and they're just all-terrain tires. I got them from Walmart. They were a great deal. I mean, I look for tires everywhere, and just if you need tires for just a daily driver, Walmart prices are hard to beat. The tires on it previously were smaller, and they were basically racing slicks. Enoch had them more way down. You know, I did wash and wax it. I don't want to get ahead of myself on what I'm going to do. And I had the oil changed. But cleaned out the interior. I need to do it again. I'm gonna give it a proper detail once I get it home. But I just got some new floor mats, the steering wheel cover, the power steering, the emergency brake lever was broke, so I changed that out. But again, as I mentioned earlier, the main thing was under the engine. So let's take a look at it. Okay, this is the 3.9 V6 Magnum. I don't think the V6 gets, it doesn't get the respect it probably deserves. It's a good, reliable engine. It was around for a long time. Like I said earlier, it was the 5.9 with 2 cylinders cut off. So what I've done to this so far is I changed the battery. I got the AC, I put a new compressor in. So I recovered the old refrigerant, pulled a vacuum, put a new compressor on, charged it, and it blows cold. It's been blown cold for about a month. The other day when I landed from Florida, I changed the alternator, replaced the serpentine belt, put an air filter in it. But that's, the majority of what I've done is under the hood. I've taken it on some test drives, but we're gonna drive it 12 hours, my wife and I. I'm gonna hopefully get her on camera, but she's gonna be my travel partner. She wanted, which I was about passed out, she wanted to be on the road trip home in her dad's truck. All right, now the next thing is what I'm going to do to the truck, projects once I get home. So just staying with the engine bay, the very first thing I'm gonna do to the whole truck is give it a good cleaning, just so I know what I've got going on. And that includes the engine bay. So I've watched a lot of videos on cleaning this bay, but what I think I'm gonna do is cover, the electronic parts, take the battery out, wipe it down, spray it with degreaser, and then low pressure water from a hose and just rinse it down, and then maybe take that Meguiar's back to black with the plastic pieces. But the reason I'm going to clean the engine bay is just kind of see what I've got going on, what type of leaks that I have, and just give it a good cleaning. When Enoch first got this, you could eat off this engine bay. It was so clean. So, engine bay detail. Then I'm going to detail the paint, the exterior. I'm gonna strip it down, polish it, and wax it. Just give it a really good detail. I just noticed a new little bump, a little ding. But just give it a really good detail. Then I'm going to detail the interior, and I'm thinking I'm going to pull the seats and just really steam clean these carpets, wipe it down, treat the interior with low gloss Meguiar spray. And then I bought that that Scotch Guard auto protectant for car interior. So I'm just going to give this a really, really good detail. That'd be so 3 steps to really cleaning this thing up. What I already have purchased is it leaks, the power steering rack and pinion leaks really bad. So I bought a new power steering rack and 2 upper tie rods. I'm going to change that out and then get it aligned. I have a new transmission filter and gasket. I'm gonna service the transmission. I have rear differential fluid. I don't know if it's ever been changed. So a lot of the deferred maintenance I'm going to tackle once I get it home. Then the next phase, I'm going to check the front brakes, see what condition front and rear brakes, see what condition they're in. I'm going to change the spark plugs, wires, cap and rotor. They're probably original. This thing has 171,000 miles. And then the last thing on the list, I actually have a list, is the ABS sensor is bad on this. There's an ABS brake sensor. And they're very common on these Dakotas, and the ABS sensor is a very cheap and easy fix, and it's on the rear differential. I'm gonna change that out. So the main thing is just bring it back to life, doing the maintenance that probably hasn't been done on it in about, so my father-in-law got it in 2017. Just has, I think the oil was changed one time on it in its life with Enoch. So that's the truck. This is the 99 Dakota. The next piece of this journey will be Eric and I driving it to Santa Rosa Beach, Florida from Ozark, Missouri. Now our goal is to get to Tupelo, kind of see how everything's going, and then decide, do we make it to Birmingham? And once we get to Birmingham, I don't want to drive it at night. So Birmingham is probably the farthest we're gonna go today. So the next video will be with Eric and I heading to Tupelo. See ya. We're getting ready to start this journey. We're in Enoch's truck. We're loaded down. I've got a full tank of gas, and I got my co-pilot here, my wife Erica. We actually met, this is our hometown, Ozark, Missouri. We met in this town. We went to high school right across the street, and our first date was at the Pizza Hut. She paid, about 33 years ago. But yeah, our goal today is to get to Tupelo, and then we're gonna see how we feel there. It's about 6 hours from here, but as my co-pilot, her duties, your duties are the map, pushing if we break down, and turning the wrenches if I needed to work while I Google what's wrong with the truck. But she's gonna make it. We're not gonna have any issues. You got any thoughts?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
We're
excited.
We are excited. This is a very special journey for us. This truck means a lot to us. Enoch was an amazing man, and we miss him, we love him, and in this truck his memory is gonna live on, right?
Yep.
All right, until then, we're gonna stop in a couple hours and see how she's doing. See you then. Bye. Okay, here's our first official trip update. So far, uneventful. Old Green, Enoch's truck. Haven't named her yet, but we'll call it Old Green for this trip. Uneventful, purring like a kitten. Old American Dodge technology. You can't beat it. It's like a Tesla. We've kind of changed our route. We're in Van Buren. We're going to go Van Buren, Poplar Bluff, Dyersburg, Tupelo. And once we get to Tupelo, we're going to see how we're feeling to go into Birmingham. But what words of wisdom do you have?
Mouthful.
And pretzels.
Necessity.
So,
Food.
Again, we'll do kind of an in-trip update like Spielberg, Jurassic Park level. I'll have Erica do a little interview while we're driving once we get like into Mississippi. But other than that, I mean, it's been really easy. She's purring like a kitten, running smooth. I don't want to jinx anything. So until the next time, here we go. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Quick update. We're in between Jackson and Tupelo. Everything is going smooth. It's about 5 o'clock. I think we're gonna camp out in Tupelo, but actually I need to do a quick check on the truck to make sure well, I'll do that in Tupelo, but everything's going good, no issues, and we'll see you again in Tupelo. So we are officially in Tupelo. There she is. Can't really get a good shot, but we made it, no issues whatsoever. We debated on going to Birmingham, but we're just both exhausted. It's been a very emotional day, especially for Erica. It's just almost like a final chapter, driving his truck home. We've been talking about it for a month now, and now the time's here. So we just decided to just take a break, get a really good night's rest here in Tupelo, and then hit the road tomorrow. We're about 6 hours from home. We might get on the road by 4 in the morning, who knows? But next time we talk, or next time you see me, we'll be heading to 30A. So she did great, no issues whatsoever. Very happy right now with that there was no issues. So until then, see you soon. Good morning. It's an early one here in Tupelo this morning. Getting ready to load up the truck, wanting to get on the road early. I am wearing the same shirt. This is my, hey, if the truck breaks down, getting on my back, working on it on the truck outfit. So we're gonna get on the road early this morning. There it is right there. And we're just gonna drive on in. So slept horrible, no hot water. If I wasn't awake, I am now. But the next video, hopefully we're going over the bridge on 331 into Santa Rosa Beach. See you soon. Bye. This is the spot that I've been dreaming about getting to in Enoch's truck. Once we got to this spot, I knew we made it. I've had one little casualty. I don't know if you can see the windshield wiper. Now we got bombarded by bugs, and I got a check engine light, but that just gives it character. But there it is. We made it. There's the ocean, or the bay. Get over, these people are probably wondering what I'm a tourist. Look at that. There it is. We made it. Started in Ozark, Missouri, went through Mountain Grove, Poplar Bluff, Dyersburg, to Tupelo, Birmingham, Montgomery, and now we're on the bridge coming into Santa Rosa Beach. This has been one epic drive. I am exhausted, but Erica's been amazing. We've had some great conversations. We've laughed, we've cried, we've listened to podcasts and music, but now we're here. We made it. Well, we made it home. Enoch's truck is in my driveway as we speak. Actually, I did my first project this morning. I got up and changed out the belt tensioner, and the belt, it was making noise almost the whole way from Ozark, but we're here, and it's at its new home. You know, this journey, you know, when I first came to you, walking in the woods, when I saw that snake, I knew this journey would be surreal, emotional, hard. You know, I don't know if you'll notice this, but you know, like halfway on the ride home, Erica just couldn't be in any more videos. She was pretty emotional. And this is the most personal YouTube video I've ever done. I'm struggling today. I am extremely honored to have his truck and to keep it in the family and take care of it. But it's hard. I would rather it not be here, because that means my father-in-law would still be with us. You know, I told Erica a 99 Dodge Dakota is probably not a truck I would have been shopping for, but there's not another truck that I want. I want this truck, and I'm gonna keep it in the family, and I'm gonna tell my grandkids that their great-great-grandpa got it for their great-grandpa, and now their grandpa drives it. So it's family legacy for me. I want to close with this. I was thinking about this the other day. We all have something in common. We all have one thing in common. It doesn't matter who you are, whether you're Elon Musk or all the way on the other end of the spectrum. One thing we all have the same is time, 24 hours in a day. And guys, I want to tell you, after this journey that my wife and I have been on the past, 2.5, 3 months, is that time is precious. Make every moment count. Don't waste any time. I think about my oldest son, Jordan. He's 26. It seems like yesterday he was a baby. Guys, it goes by fast. Everything that they say is true. It goes by really fast. So make your moments count. Just live life. Go for it. Dream big. Do not settle. Don't settle in life. Don't settle for average. Don't settle for what you think other people want you to do. Go for it in life. Dream big. Live big. Make every moment matter, because we're not guaranteed 1 second. We're not guaranteed anything. And once time is gone, we can't get it back. So don't waste it on drama. Don't waste it on things that just don't matter. Live big. Live life. Make your moments matter. Love your family. Hug your kids. Spend time with your parents. But just live life. And with that, be blessed and have an amazing day. And Enoch, I miss you, my friend. You're an amazing father-in-law, and I'm going to make you proud. Miss you, bud. Take care.